Hello, lovely people in the world.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
This is Justin.
Sarah.
And welcome to our YouTube channel, Love Withstanding. In today's video, Sarah will be revealing her true feeling about how she feels about me taking the kids to go see my parents.
Without me.
That's right. And my kids?
They're in day home. Well, 2 out of 3 of them. Baby Jaden, our third, is right here, sleeping in his baby swing. He just turned 1 month old, so yay!
I'm using Simshine Baby Monitor 2 right now. You can manually pan and tilt, or you can turn on the face tracking to auto pan and tilt so your baby is always in frame. It's got baby cry detection capability, so you can receive notification on your phone and automatically start playing lullaby from the camera. I can go through the timeline and see that at 50 minutes after the top of the hour he was sleeping, but at 53 minutes after the hour he's crying. And listen to this, when it detected the baby is crying, lullaby came on. You can pop out the video so you can continue your work while keeping an eye on your baby. Like right now, I'm trying to pick which photos to buy from our newborn baby photo session. You can create a virtual fence and get notification if your baby goes out of your virtual fence. And you can create a privacy zone to blur out the background. It comes with a strong metal clamp, not plastic, so you know it will last. And it has a flexible arm to mount your camera, and it connects with a USB-C cable. All the data is in SD cards. You can just take the SD card out and no data about your baby will be kept in the device.
Use the link in the description box below to get your very own Simshine Baby 2 from Amazon. If you use the link below, it already has 20% off promo code pre-applied. So it's the perfect time to get yours today.
For those of you who are meeting us for the very first time, yes. I'll give you a quick recap of our story. Since the beginning, my parents did not approve of our marriage, and they have not met my wife nor our kids. And until recently, a few months ago, I have taken my kids to go see my parents, and that was the very first time that my parents had seen my kids. And to this day, my parents have yet to have met my wife.
I actually met your dad. I've never met your mom. Because I met your dad before we got married, when you introduced me for the first time as your fiancé.
Right.
So if you guys, for those of you who have not seen that video, feel free to check out some related videos about our whole family struggle and drama behind the scenes down in the description box below. I've got some related videos there, including the one where I was first introduced to his family. So, let's react to some of your comments.
Some people have called out you saying that you have no self-respect or low self-esteem for allowing your husband to go to my parents' house without you.
And some of you actually didn't realize that I was the motivation behind Justin going over to see his parents in the first place, as well as taking the kids to meet them for the first time. So some of you were sort of blaming Justin. Oh, what kind of husband are you? Like, you must, like, that's very disrespectful to your wife to be taking your kids to meet your parents who have not disapproved of have not accepted your wife without your wife being present. You guys, I'm a big girl. But thank you so much for looking out for me. And thank you so much for your opinions. We completely respect that each and every one of you have your own opinions and your own judgments about us and our decisions. It was more important to me to try my very best in our lifetime to at least do everything we can to keep the peace, no matter how dysfunctional our family dynamics are. I'm not talking about our immediate family dynamics. I'm sure we're a little bit dysfunctional in our own ways, but I mean when it comes to our parents and how a few of them are not actively involved in our family. So like his parents and my dad, because of their beliefs, their own beliefs, and they feel like if they give us any acceptance about our marriage, that they will be going against their own beliefs and their own culture. The whole self-esteem, lacking self-confidence, and I'm not doing it to be nice and all that stuff. Like, I totally get that. It's not that I have low self-esteem. If I had low self-esteem, I would have told Justin, it's okay, just leave it the way it is. I don't want to have to deal with all the stresses of them meeting my kids and then judging my kids for it because, my kids are not worth it. That would be where the low self-esteem would play out. Because I have a lot of confidence and hope, a lot of hope that maybe we could build some bridges, right? And maybe we could get the family to be together moving forward. I actually asked Justin, hey, can you please check on your parents? Because he hasn't spoken to them since before the pandemic. So it's like, please speak to your parents, please check in on them, please make sure everything's okay. Have you heard from them? He'll say, nope, they haven't heard. I haven't heard from them, so I'm gonna wait. He's like that, and I'm like, no, just check in on them because, with their generation, they probably have a lot of pride and they kind of don't want to make the first move. So it's like, you be the humble son and you do the right thing. Be the first to make the right move and reach out to them to show them that you still care about them and you still respect them. Reach out to them, find out if they're doing okay, first and foremost. If they're like, oh, everything's well, nobody had COVID, everyone's healthy, then great, right? And then moving forward, if they will allow you back into their home to visit, it would be nice if you could introduce our kids. But no pressure. Like, I wasn't trying to pressure Justin. I was like, just, if you can just check on them primarily, and then maybe in the future, see if they're willing or if they're able to get over their pride and sort of willing to meet the kids. They don't have to meet me. I don't have to be there because I don't want to cause friction. I just wanted for our children to have the opportunity to meet his parents. That's it. While they're still here with us in this world. Because they're not getting any younger. That's all. That's all we wanted. Even though a lot of you are saying that it may be toxic, like why would we want to introduce our kids to his parents when his family was giving off nothing but negative vibes and they're nothing but toxic to our relationship and to our family values. Like, I understand that, but which family out there is not dysfunctional, really, right? I grew up in a dysfunctional family. He grew up in a dysfunctional family. We may be creating a dysfunctional family because guess what? No two people are perfect, right? No two people are alike. Hell, not one person is perfect out there. So you are going to have a little bit of flaws along the way and some mistakes that you learn from and life lessons you learn from. So it's okay. No matter how dysfunctional things are in our family dynamics, what matters the most is that we hold out hope and that we do the very best we can. And that's all you can do, really, is hope for the best, We felt it's very important as our core family value to make sure that one day when our kids grow up and they say, oh, how come I've never met my dad's parents, or how come I never met my mom's dad? My dad, right? Then at least we could tell them, you know what, we tried everything in our power. Of course, like in an age-appropriate conversation with them. When the time comes in the future, we would say, you know what, we did everything in our power for you to have memories with them. However, it went in this direction, that kind of thing, Then he and I can sleep easy at night, knowing that we did everything we could. Ball is in their court. It's up to them from here.
Some people have also commented that I should just cut ties with my parents, and that it takes backbone to cut ties with your parents.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, it takes backbone to do what I did, because rebuilding bridges is a lot more challenging task than burning bridges. You can just throw your hands up in the air and say, I'm done, I'm out, and then just walk out of the room. That's easy to do. Yeah. But to actually sit down and have a conversation and try to figure out where your differences are and try to meet at a common ground, that takes real backbone to do.
Yeah, and it's not easy, you guys. That's actually way more stressful, right? It's stressful on his part, stressful on my part, stressful on his parents' part as well. It's just all around challenging. So, and we're not the types of people to give up easily. So we're gonna keep going and keep fighting for our love. We're gonna keep fighting for our family to reunite one day, regardless of our parents' pride and all that. Of course, if they flat out tell us to our face, don't come anymore, it's never going to happen. Whatever you are hoping for is never going to happen. I'm never going to accept you or your kids. If they're able to tell us that flat out and so forwardly that way, then absolutely we'll stop and absolutely we'll respect their decision. I mean, I know it comes across as if we're forcing our kids on them, but the reason it's coming across that way is because we're fighting for our kids to be able to have those memories, those cherished memories that Justin and I had the privilege of having, being raised by our parents, and we had the privilege of having with our grandparents being present in our lives. And we understand that it's important to at least have a few memories with your grandparents while they're still living. So we wanted to be able to bless our kids with the same fond memories if possible. Even if it's an early childhood memory, even if they're too young to understand, at least we have photos and videos, right? That will prove to them that, yeah, look at all these fun memories. And of course, the moment it gets toxic, the moment there are some like inappropriate words exchanged or like inappropriate comments about our kids, about myself, Justin, I trust completely, will know exactly when to say that's enough. Enough is enough. I trust that he will be able to confront his parents and even, tell them, you know what, if you keep this behavior going, if you keep making these inappropriate comments about my wife, I'm going to stop bringing the kids over. And then maybe his parents will be happy. Maybe they'll say, oh no, please don't do that. We don't know. But until that day comes, we're going to keep trying.
And one of our viewers have commented that by doing so, we are creating false memories.
False memories, sure. False memories are still memories.
To me, the way I say it is, when kids are young, they still believe in Santa Claus and tooth fairies. And then when they get older, they realize those are make-believe, so they understand better. Yeah. But that doesn't mean their memories of their early childhood where they actually believe Santa Claus was real is a false memory. To them, it's a real memory. They had real fun time while still believing those things.
It's a fantastical memory, like a memory of fantasy. It's magical memory, right? They believed in magic. I mean, young kids normally believe in magic and all that. Why would we steal that away from their childhood?
I mean, you and I, as grown-ups, we know exactly what's going on with my parents. But our daughters, they don't know, and they don't have to know. To them, they believe these fantastical memories where their grandparents are great, their grandparents are fun. Whenever they visit their grandma, she feeds them dumplings and kimbap and reads Korean books to them. That's their memory, and I want to give those memories to our kids.
Yes. And then if they ever question it, like when they reach that age, the appropriate age, our kids, when they reach the appropriate age where they're trying to understand and their level of understanding advances, if they ask the question like, hey, why haven't we seen Justin's parents or our grandparents since way back when? Are they still living? Are they if that ever happens, if it's age appropriate, we will try to meet them and explain to them the truth. We're not going to hold back, right? Because I mean, in order for them to question that, they would have to have reached a level of understanding. And then if it's age appropriate, we will discuss it to them in an age appropriate manner. But until that day comes, we're going to continue to allow them to make fond, happy, loving memories with their grandparents, regardless of what's going on in the background.
And many of our viewers have said that me taking kids over to my parents' house is a progress in the right. It's a progress and step in the right direction. However, there are still a few people in the comment section who says that it's not a progress because Sarah was not involved.
Yeah.
To that I respond, Rome was not built in a day. You take one foot in front of the other and keep marching forward until you achieve the result that you want. Just because after taking the first step, it didn't get you the result that you wanted, you say, I made no progress and give up. You just keep march forward, keep moving ahead, and
that's how you keep love withstanding.
That's right.
Shout out. Okay, but the vast majority of our viewers have been very supportive of Justin here, and they said that, you know, he did the right thing by following his heart. I mean, I'm the one who pushed him. But he did
following her heart.
Following my heart. He did the right thing by not giving up on his parents, because they did raise him, and that he is showing so much strength, humility, and so much respect and confidence by moving forward, not giving up on his parents, also not giving up on our hopes and dreams, our family's hopes and dreams of reuniting our kids with their grandparents, regardless, like let bygones be bygones, as some of you have said. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys. For those of you who continue to show us unending support, thank you so much. And thank you for your positive comments. Thank you for backing us up to some of those comments that didn't quite understand our story. Thank you as well to those of you who have shared your opinions, who have shared your advice. You've shared your wisdom. And for those of you who didn't agree with his decision or our decision, it was a mutual decision, mind you. For those of you who didn't agree with our decisions regarding, I mean, when it comes to exposing our kids to their very own grandparents, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, because it has opened up our minds to think more moving forward, to reconsider, like, okay, maybe at some point we should also put a halt to it if it starts to become inappropriate, or if it starts to look like it's getting to that toxic environment. But as for now, his parents have shown nothing but grace and love and warmth. That's all I have seen based on the videos he shared. And he even told, like, he comes home and he tells me all about their day in detail. And I asked him if there was ever a time when, you know, there was ever a time when he felt like he was being disrespected, or whether they were saying inappropriate things about me. And he was very honest with me. I'm not going to share with you what he told me in detail. Didn't say anything bad about me. In fact, they didn't even talk about me at all. They just focused on our girls, on how beautiful they are, on how sweet and cute they are. Moving forward, I would love for our girls to also learn the Korean language, so that they would hopefully break that communication barrier or language barrier, and then also be able to have conversations with their grandparents. So literally, Justin is taking baby steps. And yeah, for those of you who are wondering if they have met baby Jaden, our son, who is only 1 month old as of May 1st of this year, stay tuned for the next video to find out. And also whether I meet his parents for the first time since being married. Dun dun dun. Okay,
so that's it for today's video. Thanks everyone for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Until next time, bye.
Love you. Mwah.